Big breath, inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and swan dive halfway down. Hold it here in airplane. Pinch your shoulder blades together, palms face down. Feel lengthening through your spine. Stretch the backs of your legs. Breathe. Spine is in neutral. Take one more deep breath, inhale. Then exhale, bend through your knees and take it to a little ragdoll. Feel further stretch in your spine. You can rock side to side, whatever you need to do. Breathe. Hanging down. Place your hands on your thighs. Go ahead and take it back into that airplane. Lengthening through your spine just a little bit more. Feeling the stretch to the backs of your legs. If you can straighten your knees without locking them, go ahead. And bend through your knees. Bring your arms all the way up here. Open up to your chest. Take your hands, place them together, and go ahead and lean to the right. Get a nice side stretch. And then lean to the left. Side stretch in the opposite direction. And then back to center. Bend through your knees and open up through your chest. Pinch your shoulder blades together. And sink down into a squat here. Feel the stretch across your chest. Hands are spread out wide. And breathe. Maybe you can sink the seat down a little bit more. Feel the warmth in your legs. Good. For 3 and 2 and 1. Take it back into that ragdoll. Feel that stretch through your spine. This time we're going to walk our hands out. Take it into a plank on our knees. Here, nice and strong. Shoulders away from the ears. And then lower your belly onto the mat all the way down. Flip your feet flat. Now press through your hands. Open up through your chest into a baby cobra. You can rock side to side, whatever you need to do. And then go ahead and separate your knees and settle back down into child's pose. Forehead onto the mat or to the back of your hands. And just hang out here. Relax. And breathe. And then take yourself up into a quadruped. Take a breath, inhale, then exhale, take it into a cat stretch, tucking that tailbone under. Inhale, take it into cow, letting your belly fall. And exhale, cat stretch, tucking that tailbone under once more. And inhale into cow, belly drops down. And last time, cat stretch, tuck, 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 chin into your chest. Then inhale, take it into cow, belly down, back into neutral. Tuck your toes under. This time, push back into downward facing dog. And heel toe through your feet, easing into the stretch. Press through your hands, lengthen through your spine, and drive those heels down just a little bit more. Nice stretch all along the backs of the legs. And shift side to side. Just listen to your body, whatever it needs at this moment. And then once again, take it back into a plank if you need to adjust your arms. So that's fine. Onto your knees. You want to try and keep your elbows above your wrist. We're going to take it down onto our bellies once more here. Take it to that baby cobra, lifting through your chest. And exhale, separate your knees and settle your torso between your thighs into child's pose. Breathe through the opening in your back as you hold here. Then take it into that quadruped once again. And then you're going to just circle and just mobilize the wrist a little bit. So circling about that wrist. And then go in the opposite direction. Good. And hold to center. And then go ahead and press forward just a little bit so you get a little forearm stretch. So pressing forward, keeping your core engaged. Nice. And hold and take it back. Take your left arm now. You're going to reach up to the ceiling. Get a nice spinal twist as you reach up. And then we're going to weave under that right armpit as we bend our right elbow. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So lift up, open up to the chest. Maybe reaching that arm up just a little bit more. Open, open, open. And then weave under that armpit. Let's go one more time. So a nice big stretch, a nice big reach. And weave under that armpit. And then take that left arm, reach at a diagonal over to the right side. Sink your hips to the left. So get a nice side stretch, a glute stretch, whatever is limiting. So that stretch as you sink that hip down a little bit more. And then back up, let's do the other side. So right arm reaches up, get that rotation. And then weave under that left armpit. Open up to that back. Shoulders away from the ears. And reach up, inhale, big breath. And exhale, weave under that left armpit. Reach, reach, reach. Draw that left shoulder back. One more time. Big breath, opening up here. And exhale. Good. And Inhale, reach that right arm diagonally over to the left as you sink your hips to the right. The space increase through the right side of your torso as you sink that right hip a little bit more. And then back up, tuck your toes in there, push back into a nice downward facing dog, press your heels, and then go ahead and press forward into that nice solid plank. You can stay on your toes this time if you want to, and lower onto your belly. This time as you take it into cobra, you're gonna lift your right shoulder a little higher. So get a little rotation, and then lower down, left shoulder a little higher. Rotate up and down, and one more set. Reach up and down, left shoulder up and down to the center. Push back all the way into a downward facing dog, driving your heels down just a little bit more. Ground your left foot, kick your right leg back behind as you press that left heel into the mat, drive that right leg up to the ceiling, then swing it through, place it between your hands. Lower your left knee down, take your right arm, another rotation, another spinal twist. Okay, now we're going to lift up, place your right hand on your thigh. You're going to press that left hip forward as you engage that gluteal on that left side. To get a nice hip flexor stretch, you can take that left arm and reach at a diagonal back behind you. And really open up to that hip. Should feel really good, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting down. And then lower back down. Right leg kicks up nice and high. Left heel is lifted. Another stretch, seal it in. And then keep that right leg lifted. Take it into a plank with that right leg lifted. Now I want you to think about engaging that right gluteal as you hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Downward facing dog, both sides. Whew. Press the heels down a little bit more. Okay, ground your right foot. This time kick your left leg nice and high. Drive that right heel down as you press that left leg up to the ceiling, then swing it through. Place it between your hands. Right knee down, left arm reaches up. Spinal twist. Draw that left shoulder back, and then come on up. Place your left hand on that quad, right hand too if you want to. Tuck that tailbone in there, stretch out that hip flexor on the right side if you want. Take that right arm at a diagonal, opening up to the right side of your torso. Breathe. Both hands down. Take that left leg kick high, right heel stays lifted. Press, press, press. Get that extra stretch. And then take it down into a plank. Left leg stays lifted. Get that gluteal on the left side to engage and hold. Nice and strong. If you want to modify, hip stay up a little higher. Good for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower the left toes down on your knees or your toes. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog if you're ready. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. I'm going to go through that flow a couple more times. Top of a push-up. Inhale. You can drop to your knees. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open through your chest. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. One more time. Use your breath. Inhale, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open up through that chest. Breathe. And exhale, downward facing dog. Push back, drive those heels down. Feel the stretch, the backs of the legs. Should feel really good. You can pedal your feet, whatever needs to be done at this point. And then lower onto your knees into that quadruped. Okay. Take your right arm, left leg into a nice spinal balance. Reach fingertips away from your toes, shoulders away from your ears. Take your toes, fingertips tap down and lift, down and lift. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg, hips stay level, spine is in neutral, engaging that gluteal. Hup. 2 more. And last one. Hold that lift here. Take your left leg, draw a circle in the space behind you. This nice smooth circle with control. Your torso is not moving, just that leg. Take your arm and circle it as well. Then reverse the direction of the circles. Try and remove any angles, corners in this circle. 3 and 2 and 1 and lower it down. Take your left arm, place it behind your head. Take your left shoulder and lift up to the ceiling, hold here, and then back down. So throwing in some oblique work, getting a little rest for that left shoulder, and then back down to level, and lift up, and back down to level. Strong in that right shoulder. Good, and back down to level. 2 more times, up, and then back down to level. 1 more time, taking it up, and lowering back down. Good, left arm down, right arm behind your head. Lift up, rotate, and then back to level. Feel the contraction in the side of the abdominal wall. Lift up and then lower down. So that little pause there. Hup. And then back down to level. Two more. Go. Hup. And down one more time. You got it. Hup. And down. Hold. Take your right arm, left leg. Reach out. And lower down. Left arm, right leg. Reach out. Hold. Nice and strong. Shoulders level, hips level. Point your toes, reach your fingertips. Take that right leg and set it in motion. So draw a circle behind you. Staying stable in your torso, so no movement there. Add your arm. Coordinated or opposite. Good. And then reverse. So circle in the opposite direction. Nice smooth circles. Reaching fingertips away from your toes. 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Good. Tuck your toes under. Push back into a downward facing dog. Drive those heels down just a little bit more. Good. And then go ahead and press forward into a plank. Gonna lower onto our belly. 10 counts. Go. 10 and 9 and 8. Elbows close to your side. 7 and 6. 5. Feel those triceps. 4, 3. Hover. 2, 1 and 0 onto your belly. Arms down by your sides, or if you need support below your shoulders, take your upper body, lift up as you reach forward. Squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings. Lift your legs, put your toes nice and hard. Arms up if you want to. Nice back extension. Belly is pulling in strong. Back of the neck is long. Shoulders away from the ears. Elbows straight. Wrists are straight. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Hold for 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Going to roll over onto your side with bent knees. Go ahead and take yourself into a side plank like so. Okay, or if you want, extend your top leg, bottom leg into a nice straight leg plank. Okay, now we're going to take that left arm or the top arm, reach up, and we're going to reach over like we're reaching over a big ball. Okay, so letting that left shoulder drop. Spine, core stays engaged. And then we're going to weave under that right armpit. So get that rotation. And then we're going to lift up with control. Good. And again, reach over, hollowing out to that chest. Weave under that right armpit. And then back up. Good job. 2 more times. So reach up and weave. And then back up. Strong in that right shoulder, bottom shoulder. And last time up and reach, reach, reach. Weave. And then back here. We're going to take it into a forearm plank. So pivot over on your knees or your toes. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is think about pulling your elbows in toward your toes, toes toward your elbows, and just hold in this plank. You're going to feel an intense contraction in your abdominals, your core, as you pull your elbows toward your feet toward your elbows, or your knees toward your elbows, and hold nice and strong. Feel that belly on fire for 10. Pull in 9 and 8. Go 7 and 6 and 5. Stay strong. 4. Pull in 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to pivot over to the other side. So side plank with straight legs or bent knees here. Take your top arm, reach up, reach over that big ball, weave under that bottom armpit. Nice and slow. Back up and reach up. Hollow out. Feel those obliques. And then back up. Let's go for 3 more. So reach up, hollow out, keeping the control. So keeping it slow. And back up, strong in that bottom shoulder. 2 more times. Reach, pivot, and back up. 1 more time. Reach up and hollow out. And back up here. Nice side plank. Find your core back into that plank on your forearms, knees or your toes. Pull your elbows toward your feet. Feet to your feet or knees toward your elbows, and hold, lock it in. Feel that core contracted, nice and strong. Supporting that lower back. Pull in for 4, 3. You got 2 and 1. Lower your knees down, take it into child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Arms reach out, or by your side, forehead on the mat, and breathe. Good. Place your hands out, tuck your toes in there, push back into downward facing dog. You're going to lift up on your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands, feel that Achilles tendon stretch. Walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, monkey, lift up to your chest. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way up into standing. Open up to that chest. And bring your hands into prayer. Okay, so we're going to do some standing work. So I want you to bring your legs together and squeeze them. Okay, this is our home base in chair here. Okay, your spine is in neutral, seat is back. Your knees are above, behind your toes. Okay, knees tracking above your feet. So here, I want you to feel the pressure. Press your hands together. Squeeze your inner thighs. So inner thighs are firing, core is firing, shoulders are firing as you press your hands together. Okay, so this is a contracted home base here. Okay, now we're going to open up, shift the weight to your right leg, and open up to an X. And then back to that home base. Press, press, press. And then open up to that X. So free here, and then back down. Contract, contract, contract. Now open up to that X. Now feel that outer thigh, that left side. Lift, lift. Nice symmetrical X. And then take it down. Contract, contract, contract. Squeeze. And then that lift to the side. That X. Angled X. Feel that outer thigh. And then back into that contract. I got one more of this. Then we're going to change it up a little bit. Here. Okay, good. Now we're going to take it to that contracted chair here. Now we can kick that left leg forward. Open your arms up above here. Get that quad to fire. And then back into that contracted. Squeeze those legs together. Press those hands together. Kick that left leg forward as you open up. Good, that quad here, hip flexor. And then take it back down. Press, 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 squeeze. So find that contrast. Here, open, open, open. Still working though. Lots of balance work. And then back down. Good. And open up. Good. Lift that leg a little higher if you can. One more time. Here we go. Then we're going to add one more variation. So lift up. Good. Contract that quad and then take it back down here. Now we're going to take that left leg kick back behind as we hinge through our upper body forward here. Oops. So here, got that closet there. Okay, so here. And then back down here. And then kick that leg back. Open up through that chest. Squeeze through that gluteal. So you want to feel that contraction as you hold. And then back down, contract, squeeze. Press your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs. And then lift up, contract that glute. Lots of balance work. Slight bend in that supporting right leg, that knee. Whew. And here, reach, reach, reach. You got two more like this. So really find that contraction as you press. Squeeze those inner thighs, dip those hips down, and then lift up. Contract that glute. Reach your fingertips nice and long. Feel that extension. And last time, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press, press, press. And then lift up. Nice balance work. Contract that gluteal here. Good. And then take it back down. We're going to do the other side. So here, contracted here. Right leg lifts as you form that X, angled X to the left. And then back down, contract. So really work it here. Press, shoulders, arms, inner thighs. Good. And lift up. Free here. Working that outer thigh though. And then back down. It's all about the contrast. And lift up here, squeeze that outer thigh, glute. Lots of balance work, shoulders away from the ears. And then back down, so make it work for you, okay? So down here, and open up. Good, beautiful. And then take it back down. Press, press, squeeze a little tighter. And lift up. One more time, taking it down. And that X. So we're going to go for that quad work now, hip flexor work. Take it down here. Keep that right leg out, open up through the chest here. That right quad, take it down. Woo. And then lift up. Kick that leg a little higher maybe, feel the burn in that quad. And then take it down, press, press, press. Inner thighs, arms, shoulders, and lift up. Nice and proudly lift through that chest. And then two more times, take it down. Sink, 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 press. And lift up. One more time down. And then we're going to take that leg. After this one, we're going to kick that leg to the back. Okay, so take it back down. I'm going to turn here, so have a little more space. Kick that leg to the back. Hinge through your upper body. Squeeze that right gluteal. And then back down. And up. Contract. Squeeze. And then take it back down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then lift up. Back behind. Left ankle working to support you, getting stronger as it does. A little wobble maybe. Two more times. down. Press, press, press. And lift up. Into through your upper body. Squeeze that right gluteal. Lift maybe a tad bit higher. And then last one, press your very best. And lift up. Squeeze, squeeze. And then take it back down. Hold it in the prayer. Nice and strong. 3 and 2 and 1. Go ahead and rise up. Step to the back of your mat now. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And swan dive down. Lengthen through your spine. So use this to stretch the spine, backs of the legs, ragdoll down. Place your hands onto the mat. Walk them out into a nice solid plank here. Okay, so just like we did on our forearms, we're going to pull our arms down toward our toes as we pull our toes toward our hands and hold it in this plank. You can drop to your knees if you want to. Strong in your shoulders. Holding that for 5. Pull it in. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Take it to a downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. And then take it into a quadruped. Place your forearms onto the mat. You're going to target the glutes. Okay, take your left leg back behind you. I want you to lift and lower. So focus on contracting that gluteal. Lift and lower. Squeeze and down. Hey, try not to zone out. Try to think about squeezing that gluteal the entire time. Up and down. Let's lift up and down. 2 more. Now we're going to bend that knee. I'm going to take that foot and press and down and up and down. Still working the glute. And up and down. Good. Squeeze. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Lift to the side and down. So hanging out here, that outer gluteal and down. Lift and squeeze and down. Up and down. 4 more. 3 more. And 2 and 1. So 1 more round. Extend that leg. You're going to tap down and lift. So again, this time, be a little bit more deliberate. Think about squeezing that glute. Lift and work. Shoulders away from the ears. Think about what's happening in your upper body. Squeeze and lower. Feel the warmth in that gluteal intensify. Up and down. Lift and down. 2 more. Last one. Now, we're going to pick up the pace. So we're going to just take it to a little pulse and pulse, pulse, and pulse. You should feel that burn. Maybe a little smaller range. Squeeze. Spine stays in neutral for 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bend the knee. So starting slow. Press up, down, and lift. Pressing that foot to the ceiling. Down. Now, if you want, we're going to pulse and pulse and pulse. Think about squeezing that glute up and up and up. Squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. Now count down for 8 more, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, lift to the side. Starting off slow. Okay, you can keep it at this pace if you want to, or a little faster. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Good. Trying to get that foot the same height as that knee. Pulse and pulse. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that behind. So last thing, take your toes. You're going to tap to the left edge of your mat and then toward your the right edge of your mat. So forming a rainbow. Side and back and side. That right leg is probably hurting as well, or fatigued as well, because it's working hard to support you. And to the right and to the left. This time we're going to hold it to the right here. Hold here. We're going to shift your weight and press that left heel back behind. Get a little calf stretch while we're here. Okay. Now we're going to bring that left knee in along the outside of that right lower leg. Flip your feet flat. And then we're going to push back into happy cow. So do whatever feels good. Maybe it's just a little bit. Maybe it's all the way back to seated. You're going to find a stretch in that right gluteal. I know we worked the left gluteal, but we'll get that stretch on that left side. Okay, so pre-stretch for the other side. Here we go. All right. Hey, you ready? So we're going to take it back. Okay, now we're going to uncross the leg. Take your left toes down onto the mat. Okay, now if you want to, you can lower that left knee down to modify. You can take that right leg and extend and hold it in a plank. Squeeze that right gluteal as you hold. Okay, remember you can modify and place that left knee on the mat if you want to. Just gonna hold statically for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Right toes to the right edge of the mat, so a little wider. Okay, you can hold it there so your legs are asymmetrical, or if you want to, take that left leg and lift and hold. So quite a bit harder plank. Good. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Take it into child's pose. Woo, excellent work. And take it back into quadruped on your forearm. So not much of a break. Sorry. Right leg extends and lift and lower. So first round goes relatively slowly. Okay, so up and tap down. Right, tap down gently. Think about that gluteal, engaging that gluteal. If you want to poke that gluteal to get some feedback to make sure it's firing, go ahead. Up and down. Breathe. Shoulders are strong. Hips are level. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're going to bend that right knee and press up and down. So think about that right gluteal. And again, up and press. Contract. Good. And lift. 3 more like this. 2 more. And 1 more. Up and lower down. Lift to the side and down and up. Breathe. You got 4 more of these. And 3. Find that contraction. 2. And last one. Next round, extend that right leg back and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Again, lift and lower. Now, keep it at that pace or pulse and pulse. Pulse. Squeeze in that glute. And up and up. Nice job. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bend that knee. You're going to slow it down, down, and lift. And you can keep it at this pace, or just like the other side, pulse and pulse. Think about that neutral spine. We're starting to fatigue, so we can get sloppy. Think about keeping that core engaged. Pulsing up and up, up and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. Fire hydrant to the side. So keeping that at this pace, or we're going to pulse and pulse. Hang in there. You got 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Extend that leg back behind our rainbows. So lift that right leg. Tap to the right edge of the mat. Then tap to the toward the left edge. Doesn't have to tap the edge toward the left edge. Tap to the right, toward that left. Squeezing that glute, forming that rainbow behind you. And to the left. And to the right. Squeeze. Good. And to the right. And to the left. And to the right and to the left. And hold. Hold here. Shift your weight. Press your right heel back behind you. A calf stretch while we're here. Then scoot that right knee in toward that left knee on the outer edge of that lower left foot. Okay? Or lower left leg. And then sit back until you find a stretch for the gluteal. The right side now. You might also feel it in your left. Good. Breathe. You can even sit up if you want to. Happy cow. Adjusting, whatever feels good. And then come back down. Unwind. Take your right toes. Lower them down. Take your left leg, suspend it, okay? Or you can keep that right knee down if you want to. And just hold. So you're in line with the mat to start. Just holding here strong. This nice solid plank. Engaging that core back of the neck, long shoulder blades apart. All those firm checks. Okay, now you're going to take that left foot, place it to the left edge of the mat, so a little wider. Hold there, so you're asymmetrical. Or if you want, take that right leg and lift up and suspend it. Hold. Good. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Take it into child's pose. Take it into a break. And then roll up through your spine. Excellent work. Swing your legs around. You're going to take it into seated, nice and tall. Lift it through your chest. Good. Place your hands behind you. Fingertips point forward. Okay. Open up through that chest. So you hang out here for a little stretch and place the soles of your feet and let your knees open out to the side. Pinch your shoulder blades together, let your head drop back, opening up through that chest. Feel that stretch. Inner thighs as well. And then come on back up. Place your hands behind your thighs, lean back, spine is in neutral. Take your legs, lift them up off the mat and hold. Good. Just hold here. Or start to straighten the legs. You can release your arms as well. Up, holding in this boat pose, or here, or straight legs. Hey, do what you can. Try to keep a neutral spine. Counting down for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower it down, lift up, and then lower your spine onto the mat, nice and gently. Arms down by your side, feet a nice comfortable distance from your hips. Take a breath, inhale, then exhale. You're going to press up into a bridge. Spine stays in neutral. Inhale, lower back down, and exhale, press up, and inhale, lower back down. Good, let's go for 2 more. Pressing up, and then back down 1 more time, pressing up, and lowering back down, halfway lift and hold. Okay, so you're halfway lifted and hold. Now, feet are hip distance apart, arms down by your side. Now, without letting your hips shift, without letting your left leg shift, you're going to see if you can take that right leg and extend out until your thighs are aligned. Okay, so you have that space between your knees. Your thighs are at the same level. Right leg is kicked out, foot is flexed. If you can, lift your arms up. You're going to feel it intensely through that left leg, that left gluteal, that left hamstring as you hold. Okay, you have that space between your knees still. Spine stays in neutral, so no pain in your lower back. Stay nice and supported here for 4, and 3, and 2. Good job. And 1. Place that right foot onto that left thigh. Press your right knee away, arms overhead. Take a breath, inhale, then on exhale, you're going to curl up, and then lower back down. Again, pressing up, and then lower back down. You're going to change it up a bit in a moment here. As we lower back down, arms reaching overhead, fingertips 12 inches off the mat. We're going to press to that left glute, left hamstring, lift the hips up, and then tuck here. And then press up, trying to keep your hips level, and tuck, squeeze, and then lift up, squeeze, pressing that right knee away still. Okay, so you have a little resistance with that right foot on your left thigh. And press up. And again, curling up. Tuck, tuck, squeeze, a little tighter. And press up. And again, squeeze, 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 tuck, tuck, tuck. And lift up. You got 3 more of these. Here we go, curling in. 3. And press up. Hips stay level. And tuck. And lift up. Level, shoulders away from the ears, and last one, let's go. Tuck, squeeze, and then press up here, and just hold. Okay, you can put your arms down if you need to, or keep them up. You're going to take that right leg, you can kick up at an angle to the right, so a diagonal to the right, and hold. Okay, you take your arms down, make sure your lower back is supported, just hold for 5, and 4, you got 3, and 2, and 1, beautiful work, and lower down. Place that right foot on that left thigh and draw it in. I'm going to throw in a little glute stretch while we're here for the right side. And then lower down, lower both legs down to the left. Use your left hand, press your right thigh away. Feel that opening through that hip flexor. Good. And then take that right leg and lower down completely as you take your head and turn to the right. So get a nice spinal twist. Also glute, outer thigh stretch for that right leg. Good. And then let's come on back into that bridge position. Feet hip distance apart, arms down by your side. Okay, lift up and lower down. And press up and lower back down. Good. And press up and lower back down. This next one, we're going to hold that left lower halfway down here. Feet are hip distance apart, arms down by your side. Take your left leg, this time, and we're going to extend it out. Having that hip distance space between your knees, thighs are aligned, flex that left foot. And if you can hold that position, proper form, take your arms up and hold. So feeling that right gluteal, right hamstring, just holding nice and strong. Spine is in neutral, no straining in that lower back. Hold for 5 and 4, you got it, 3 and 2 and 1. Cross that leg onto that thigh, left knee away, arms overhead. Inhale. And exhale, you're going to curl up. Tuck nice and strong through those abs. Inhale and exhale, curl up. A little pause there. Inhale down. And again, 3 more. Up. And lower down. 1 more time before we add in that bridge. Up. And lower down. Okay, 1 more. Going to curl up. This time, as we lower down, we're going to take it to a bridge. So up, pressing through that right gluteal, right hamstring, hips are level. And then lower down in neutral, tuck, curl. And down, and lift up into that bridge, 1 leg. And then curl. So make it work, squeeze. Lower down and lift. Pressing that left knee away, opening up to that hip. And let's go again, tuck. And press up into that bridge. Scooting back and lift up. And again, this next one, we're going to hold that bridge. Hold that bridge here. You can place your arms down if you want to. Take that left leg and a diagonal kick out. Hips stay level if you want. Arms up to the ceiling, nice and strong. Pressing that right foot into the mat. Holding for 5 and 4. You got it. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Cross that leg over here. Take your hands, place them behind your right thigh. Press your left knee away and feel that stretch in that left gluteal. Breathe. And then release, lower down, both legs to the right. With your right hand, press your left thigh away, opening up to that hip. Breathe. Inhale and exhale, lower that left knee down. Hands, right hand to the outer left thigh. Take it to a spinal rotation. Feel that glute. Lower back stretch. And then back to center. Good. Hands behind your head. Lift up, knees into your chest. We're going to work the obliques. Bend your right knee, left shoulder to right knee, and switch. So crisscross, side to side. Exhale and exhale. And twist. Good job. And twist and twist. And point your toes as you bend the knee. Bring it in toward the middle. Try not to let them open out to the side. And twist. Good. Twist. Try not to pull on your head with your hands. Okay, good. And twist. And twist, belly flat. And twist. A little more aggressive. Let's go. Good. 20 and 19 and 18 and 17 and 16 and 15. You got it. 14, 13 and 12. 11. Here we go. 10. And I work it. 8 and 7 and 6. Go. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring both knees into your chest. And you're going to take your arms down by your side here. Okay, squeeze your legs together now. Get the inner thighs to be involved. Okay, so from here, we're going to contrast. Open up here, and then tuck back in. And open up here, and then tuck back in. And then reach, maybe going a little bigger. Press that lower back into the mat though, and up. Try to take the tension away from your neck by using your abs, your core, to get your head to lift. And reach, and pull it in, and reach, and pull it in, and reach. Maybe going a little further, but watch that lower back. And in, and reach. 4 more. Up. And reach. 3 more. Come on. And reach. Last 2. In. And reach. Last 1. In. And reach. Come on back in. Arms down by your side. Take your legs into tabletop. Separate your feet and your knees about hip distance. Tap your right toes and back up. Head stays on the mat. Let's give our neck a little bit of a chance to rest. And up. Again. Left. And up. And right. And up. Left. Okay, now keep the alternation or both toes down. And left. Down. Make sure that core is engaged. Protecting that lower back. And tap down. If you feel your lower back arching, I want you to do 1 leg at a time. Okay, so be very mindful of that lower back. Let's go down and left and down. Got 4 more, so 2 alternations or 4 straight on. And up, 3 more, down. And left, last 2, down. And left, 1 more, down. And left, hold here, cross your lower legs. We're going to target the lower abs, lift your hips up and lower back down, hip up, and back down, hips up, and back down. Up, and back down to the lower abdominals. Don't worry if your hips don't rise too much. You want to focus on that contraction. and down, lift, and down, 4 more, up, and down, 3 more, up, and down, last one, up, and down, now lift, halfway up. Hey, we're gonna do our washing machines, left shoulder to the right, left rib cage, right hip to the right, bottom of the right rib cage, left hip to the left rib cage, hip, and side, so hips sway side to side, whew, and side, go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 here, and then go ahead and lower your legs down, arms overhead, stretch out to those abdominals, nice and big. Fingertips away from your toes. Be able to release through your abdominals. Okay? I'm going to roll onto our belly. We're going to do another set for our backs. Arms down by your shoulders or by your side. Prop yourself up into that back extension. Strong. Shoulders away from your ears. Okay? If your arms are lifted, take them out to the side, palms face down. Spread your fingertips, hands wide. Okay? We're going to take our elbows, bring them to the side, and then reach out and pull to the side toward your waist. Okay, so down, and out. Squeeze your glutes, point your toes, straighten the knees. Belly is pulled and back of the neck is long. And reach, good. And pull. And reach. Remember, the modification is just stay static here. Okay, so do what feels like your personal edge. Here. And back. If you're doing the arm movement, hold with your elbows in. Now take your shoulder blades and pinch, and pinch, and pinch. Rhomboids, work and work. Pinch and pinch. Still maintaining that back extension. Belly is in. Squeezing those glutes and hamstrings. Go for it. 10 and 8, 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Really slow it down. Cat cow. Inhale. Cat stretch. And take it down. Inhale into cow. And cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone under. Inhale. Take it into cow. Good. Last time. Cat stretch. And cow, and back to neutral. Bring your legs together, squeeze them together, tuck your toes under, okay? You're gonna take your knees and prop them up off of the mat and hold. Spine stays in neutral. Squeezing your inner thighs as you hold, knees hovering above the mat. Good. Nice and strong for 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down, take your lower left leg, cross over the lower right leg, shift your weight to the right, toes touch the mat, and press back into our twisted downward facing dog. Just explore, feel the stretch in that left gluteal. Press, press, press. Press through your hands, and then take it back down and cross your legs. Okay. Take your right lower leg, cross it to the lower left side of the lower left leg, shift your weight to the left, and press back. Explore, finding that stretch. And shift side to side. Breathe. Good. And then come back down and cross your legs. Separate your knees. Take it back into child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Let your torso settle. Okay, reach your hands out, tuck your toes under, push back into downward facing dog. Press through your hand, get nice and deep into the stretch now that we're really warm. Press, nice stretch. Okay, you're gonna lift up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands. Walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, monkey, lift your chest. And exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees if that feels better. And inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Open up through your chest. Okay, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, swan dive down, lengthen through your spine. Inhale, monkey, lift through your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Walk or hop your feet back behind you. Top of a push-up. Immediately lower down chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open up through your chest. And exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Press through your hands. Another stretch. Ground your left, kick your right leg nice and high. Softly swing it through, place it between your hands. Bend your right knee. Okay. Swivel your left foot back 30 degrees with respect to the front. And rise up, warrior 1. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Reach nice and proudly, nice horizontal line, shoulders on top of your hips. Bend through that right knee, working that leg. Take a breath. Right palm up and exhale. Reverse warrior, a nice big stretch. And take it to that side angle. Right forearm on that thigh, left arm reaches. And reverse warrior, reach, reach, reach. Peaceful warrior. Here. And side angle. And one more time, open up here. Nice space through the right side of your torso. And back to that side angle, holding here. And if you want to, take that right arm and reach here. Okay, now I'm going to start to bend and straighten that right leg. So here or here, I'm going to take that right leg and straighten and come back down. Okay, so that right arm is extended or on that thigh. And reach. Fingertips reach here, nice and long. Good. And up. And back down. Two more. And back down, reach. One more time, up. And reach and hold, nice and strong. Okay, place that right arm on that thigh if it's not already there. You can take that left arm, reach back behind. If you want to take it to bind, right arm reaches under that right thigh, interlace your fingers, and lift up, bending that right knee, opening up to that chest. Breathe for 3, and 2, and 1. Cartwheel the arms through top of a push-up. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open up to that chest. And exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Press to your hands. Good job. Ground to your right this time. Kick your left leg back behind. And then swing it through. Place it between your hands. Turn your right foot out 30 degrees. Bend through your knees. And lift up. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Open up your chest. Good. Nice horizontal line. Nice. Left palm up. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Bend through that left knee. Work that quad. And take it to that side angle. Reach, fit that right arm nice and long. Good. And reverse warrior. Good. And that side angle. Reverse warrior, reach. And then that side angle, hold. Okay, here, just like the other side, bend that left knee if you want to. Free that left arm. Okay, you can straighten and bend. Good. I hear some creaking in my body. And again, lifting up. And then back down. Good. And up. And back down. One more. I'm going to take it to the bind if you want to. And back down if you want to. That bind. Left, right arm back. Left arm under that thigh. Interlace your fingers and open up to that chest. Look up to the ceiling. Left knee stays bent for 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Cartwheel the arms to the top of a push-up. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. If you want to add that push-up on the way back, go ahead. 3 push-ups. And 3, and down. I'll give you one more chance to the bottom part of the flow. Inhale, top of a push-up. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. 4 push-ups. If you want, let's go. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And press back, downward facing dog. Excellent work. Press your hands. Push forward into that plank with all your might. Take it down for 5 counts. 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Onto your belly. Right arm out to your side here. Left hand to your left shoulder. You're just going to roll over to the right side to open up that right shoulder, that chest. If you want, left leg back behind. Left arm reaches back behind as well. Whatever feels good. Okay. Relax. Opening up to that chest. And then back down. Let's do the other side. So left arm out, right hand by your right shoulder. And lean over. Take that right leg back behind, right arm back behind if you want to. Open up to that chest. Good. Breathe. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Back onto your belly. Hands by your shoulders. Lift up into baby cobra. Stretching, rocking side to side, whatever feels right. And then go ahead and push up into quadruped. Cat-cow. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone under. Inhale. Take it into cow. Exhale into cat this time. And cow. Right hip to the right. Right shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. And then cat. Hip to the left, look over your left shoulder. And cat. Hip to the right, look over that right shoulder. Good. And cat. Hip to the left, look over that left shoulder. Back into that cat. Now send that sweep back. And wiggle, stretch out that lower back. And come on back down. Bring your legs out. Form a 90-degree bend in that front leg and back leg. Okay? And go ahead and lean over that right leg. And again, stretching out that glute. We did a lot of glute work today. So folding over, exploring, looking for that stretch. Okay, and then transition, we're going to take it to a forward straddle, hands behind you, open up here as you press forward, or you can fold over into that inner thigh stretch. Left leg in front, right leg in back, 90-90 here, and fold over that left leg, stretching out that glute on the left side, exploring, looking for any tightness that you want to release. And then go ahead one more time into that straddle, hands behind, pressing forward, or folding over. Maybe going a little deeper on the second attempt. Relax and breathe. And roll on up. Bring your legs together. Crisscross. Take your arms, reach up. Right hand by your right hip, left arm reaches overhead. Expands through the left side of your torso. Feel it. Other side, left arm, right arm overhead. Stretch it out. Back down, head to your right shoulder. Walk your left fingertips out to the side. Then take your head, nod. Press that left shoulder down as you do so. And then hold and turn your head, angle down and look at the bottom right corner. Still keeping the stretch going. Turn your head so that you're looking up at the ceiling. And back and over to the opposite shoulder. Walk your right fingertips out to the side. Press that right shoulder down. A little nod with your head. And angle down, look to the bottom left. Looking for any tightness, stress, tension in your neck. And then turn your head up to the ceiling. Breathe. Back up. Good. Head to the center. Fingertips gently press. Just gently. Shoulders sink down away from your ears. As you rise up, lift your arms up to the ceiling. Twist to the right. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh as you take it to a nice spinal twist. Lift your arms up. Twist over to the left. Right hand to the outside of your left thigh and take it to a spinal twist. And back up. Take your arms, drop them behind you, interlace them behind. As you press back, shoulders down away from your ears, lift your arms up. Breathe. And release. Take your hands, circle them, stretching out through the wrists. And then come back down, going in the opposite direction, taking it down. Okay. And the final shake. I'm going to finish off with our 2 breaths. This one is extra special. It's been a year, so let's take this time to just really release any stress, tension, grief, whatever you're feeling. Okay, reset. Take this moment to reset and start anew, and start with positivity, anything good, anything strength that will help carry you through. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, big breath. And go ahead and let it all out. Exhale. Everything. Okay. New beginning. Inhale, lift up. Gather whatever you need. Place your hands together firmly with conviction. Lower them down to heart center. Sitting up strong and tall. We say Namaste.